So let's get right into it. The way we work has been completely turned on its head, you know? That old model of everyone piling into one central office, well, it's being replaced by something way more flexible and, honestly, a lot more powerful. We're going to break down why remote office space isn't just some passing trend, but a really smart way to build a business that's ready for the future. So, I want you to ask yourself a serious question. Think about your office right now. Is it actually helping you win? Or is it holding you back? Is it draining your cash, limiting who you can hire, and just generally getting in the way of your growth? It's a really important thing to think about. And when you look at it side by side like this, it's pretty night and day. On one side, you've got the old way, crazy high costs, a talent pool that's stuck in your local area, and almost zero flexibility. Then you look at the remote model, costs plummet. You can hire the best people on the planet, and you can pivot on a dime. The difference is just wow. Okay, so if the old way is broken, what's the fix? Well, that brings us right to the heart of this whole shift, the remote office space. But what in the world does that actually mean? Let's define it. At its core, it's about cutting the cord to a single building. Your team can be anywhere, but you still have all the professional stuff you need. We're talking a proper business address, someone to handle your mail, and even access to real meeting rooms when you need to impress a client. It's truly the best of both worlds. You get total freedom with that rock-solid professional image. All right, so that's the what, but what about the so what? Why should you actually care? Let's dig into the evidence and look at the real tangible wins this can bring to your business. First up, and this is a big one, let's talk about money. Just think about all the costs tied to a physical office. You've got rent, utilities, cleaning, furniture, the list goes on and on. It's a huge drain. With a remote setup, poof, those costs practically disappear. You're not chained to some crazy long-term lease, which gives you so much more control over your finances. Now, a big worry people have is, but will we still look legit? And the answer is 1,000% yes. A remote office space lets you keep that polished, trustworthy image. You get a professional business address, phone services, the whole shebang. To your clients, everything looks seamless, and that's what builds trust. And this quote just nails it, right? Professionalism isn't about the four walls your team sits in. It's about the quality of the work and how you communicate. This model lets you put forward this strong, unified brand, even if your team is scattered all over the map. Okay, let's talk about your most valuable asset, your people. When you give your team the flexibility to ditch the commute and actually have a life outside of work, their job satisfaction goes through the roof. And what happens then? They're less burned out, they're more focused, and they do better work. It's a pretty simple formula, really. Happy people do great things. This one is a massive strategic advantage. When you stop caring about where someone lives, your talent pool just explodes. You're no longer fishing in a tiny local pond. You've got the entire global ocean to choose from. You can hire the absolute best person for the job, period. Think about the skills and new ideas that brings into your company. It's a total game changer. And finally, what happens when things go sideways? A flood, a power outage, you name it. It can shut down a physical office in a heartbeat. But a remote setup? It's practically built for this stuff. As long as your team has internet, business keeps going. It makes your company so much more resilient and secure. So to wrap up the benefits, this little table sums it up perfectly. You're saving money, which gives you more control. You're looking professional, so clients trust you. Your team has a better work-life balance, so they're more productive. And your business can weather any storm. It's a win-win-win-win. But hey, let's be real for a second. A change this big isn't always a walk in the park. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. So we need a little reality check. Let's talk about the common problems you might face, and, more importantly, how you can jump right over them. First up, the big one, technology. When you're remote, everything, and I mean everything, runs on good internet and reliable tools. If someone's Wi-Fi goes down, work can just grind to a halt. It's your single biggest weak spot. But the fix is all about having a plan B. And a plan C. It means making sure everyone has a backup device, using mobile data as a safety net, and spending the money on software that you know won't crash on you. You've got to build in that backup plan. The next challenge isn't about tech, it's about people. Without those little water cooler chats and face-to-face brainstorming sessions, your team members can start to feel, lonely. They can feel disconnected from the company and each other. The solution here is you have to build connection on purpose. It doesn't just happen. That means having regular video calls, and not just for work. Having active team chats for random conversations.
And if you can, planning a get-together every once in a while to really strengthen those bonds.
So you know the amazing benefits, and you know the challenges you can totally handle. So how do you actually do it? How do you make this shift and crush it? Well, here's your playbook.
Success really boils down to a few key things. You have to be super clear about what you expect from people. You need to over-communicate using the right tools. You should check in with your team regularly, and not just about work. And finally, help your folks set up a decent workspace at home. These are simple things, but they are absolutely essential. So what's the big takeaway from all this? It's that remote office space isn't just a fad or a cost-cutting trick. It's a deep, strategic shift in how you run a modern, tough, and growing business.
And that really just leaves one final question for you to chew on. Looking at everything we've just talked about, is your business actually built to compete and win in this new future of work? Now, if that question gets you thinking about making a move, having the right partner can make all the difference. For those of you looking into office space options in the Bashundhara R area in Dhaka, the team at REIT-Limited can definitely help you out. Give them a call at +880-1711-993377, or you can check out their website at banglamart.com.